Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. So UCLA's offense will have the football first. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of the defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Quick strike complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Working that left side now.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Powers through the defender. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand, at least hold them to 3.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Rush is on him. It's complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So Wisconsin's offense will get the ball for the first time. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
That's a good-looking run there. And if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented. Because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, Monty Ball. How about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power. He's got speed. He's got shiftiness.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground here, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. The Badgers will hustle to the line. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Creates a little space. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger!
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense. Dropping back, making it look like it's passed. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They go to the ground. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away, mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
The play action fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snags it over the middle. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Searching forward on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
They'll try the run. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Running behind that left side. Trucks through the defender. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Badgers are flying down the field. Off-play action on 1st down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Turning it on. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Caught over the middle, it's Matthews. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long yardage situation for your offense.
Yeah, life is chaotic for this quarterback right now, David. No doubt about it. This pocket is collapsing, and you saw it on that.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still running at the 40. It's a running room. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Badger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Bring in the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Bruins will punt this one away. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Give him 109 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. the Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Louisville. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Nice move to keep running. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. He breaks the tackle. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Gain of 24. And that's good enough for a first down.
To the air on first down. Lets it fly. Hauls it in. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
His QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Zings it complete to the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update.
The Bruins will boot it away to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TV runs, you got to have that balance.
Right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter.
Kick interference. Kicking team.
So the offense picks up 15 yards after an egregious blunder on special teams. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Makes the catch. It's Burrell. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Throws off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. The give to the lone running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Marshall. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Makes the grab. It's Jones. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Badger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Man, for the love of Tolzien and Stocco, what a day this guy's having.
And I think everybody gets the label as a Wisconsin quarterback as game manager. I think he's tired of hearing that. He said, listen, give me the rock, I'll spin it around, make some big plays, and he's putting on a show today.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Grabbed behind the line, it's Flores. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. Got his man. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Here's the handoff. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Gets it out fast. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. And the Badgers decide to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Fights off a defender. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Catches it at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The gift to the tailback. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. The Badgers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Vincent. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Grab near the marker. It's Marshall. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd down, going up top. Setting up the screen. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Bruins look to keep this drive humming. They just keep firing. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Georgia Tech has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up by 28 over Cal. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a nice solid pickup there before... wrestles him to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looking to the big tight end. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Third and... situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, still looking. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type...
Trying to take it back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First and 10.
And first down for the offense.
They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He's stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake. He'll take the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And off to Jones. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
On third down, he drops to throw. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They punted away on 4th down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCLA!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll leave it with him. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. At the 20. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome. Just put a cherry on top of the sundae. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're the